Nick Hajazi, the founder of the Mendez Cartel, the Natty King, the last true Natty Crusader, the one true heir to O'Hearn's Natty throne, and the president of the Natty Republic, El Presidente. Gentlemen, Mike Tyson said it best. Greatness is the number of small things done well, day after day after day. It's nothing miraculous. It's nothing miraculous. It's simply doing the small steps each day that add up to miles in the long term. Get a little better every day. It stacks up. A little better every day. 1% every day adds up to miles. People won't catch you. You'll be so far ahead. If you just get a little bit better every day, you'll be so far ahead of the competition, they have no chance of catching you. That is what greatness is. People get it twisted. It's not about doing anything crazy or miraculous or pulling off a miracle in any given day. It's about just getting a little bit better. And that's what I'm going to do today. And that's what I've done today. Gentlemen, I've been doing client check-ins, onboarding new clients all day, writing new programs, making content. I've literally been working for 14 hours straight, non-stop. Haven't moved from this position, been eating my meals, that's it. Now it's time for the greatest part of the day, late night session. The pinnacle, nothing beats it, the gym. We're getting in shoulders, strict military press is what we're starting with, the bread and butter. Before we get into the session though, chaps, join my online community, the Mendez Cartel, if you want to get in the greatest natural shape of your life. I have just released my latest program. This program has more value than all my other training and nutrition programs put together. It is my self-coaching guide, where I give you full access to all of the technological infrastructure and software that I've used to track my progress and get in great shape naturally. This self-coaching guide will allow you to coach yourself to a high level for the rest of your life. It reveals all the secrets, all of the technological infrastructure, everything I do to track every single metric of my performance, training, nutrition, and recovery is revealed inside this program. So join the Mendez Cartel now, link in the description, gain full access. Gentlemen, as well as that, if you want to go an even further step than just being in my community and you actually want full-on one-to-one coaching to take that next step, then go to my Instagram link in the description and DM me the word cartel. All right, chaps, let's get to work. Let's push. Gonna hop on my line bike, my Ferrari as I call it, head off to the gym and give everything I've got. Been working all day. Now's the fun part, the magic, where I go to a dark place. A dark place. You've got to want it more than these suckers, man. You've got to want it more than all these suckers. You've got to want it more than everyone. I'm starving for greatness. Every day, an eternal hunt. An eternal hunt. Oh, sweet baby mama. I'm riding downtown with the girl I love. Riding through, boys. On the way to the gym. My ultimate goal in life is very, very simplistic, chaps. If you don't know what it is, it's to outwork every man, woman, and child. Slowly riding through, putting that work in. There's a police car right there, copper, riding through. 85 kilos, strict military press, back at it again. You've got to live life with intensity. You've got to live life almost in a way where you take everything personal. Because if you take everything personal, you have unlimited motivation to work countless hours. Last night, I had 4 hours sleep. Worked 17 hours, had 4 hours sleep. Boom, again, wake up, all I do is work. You've got to fall in love. You've got to be in a flow state where all you do is simply work and love it. Where you don't even know you're working. You're working so hard you don't even know you're working. It's just a state of existence. All right, 85 kilos, strict military press. Try and hold heavy triples on this. It's going to be tough. Last week I got 7 sets of 3, so hopefully I can hold it. It is getting harder every week as I lose body weight in the cut, but let's just try and hold strength. 85 keys, let's see if it's there again. Come on. It's going to be tough to get several sets of 3, but I'll do my best. All right, I've done 4 sets of 3 on 85 kilo. That fourth set, that last set I've just done, 4th set, was brutal. Barely got the 3rd rep. So this is my last and final set of 3. I haven't missed a set of 3 this entire cut. This set tells all. I have to get this set, 3 reps to complete the set. 5 sets of 3 again. Another week on the cut, maintaining 5 sets of 3. So hopefully it's there. 5th set, 4th set was a grinder. So it's going to be tough, but it's all about, with a lot of the time with compound lifts, it's also about efficiency. Like how well do you unrack it? Unracking it 1% worse than last time can lose you a rep. So all about efficiency, unrack quick up. Don't, really maximize efficiency and you should get the reps. All right, let's go. Come on now, come on. Let's go. But see, efficient there. No wasted energy, just unrack, up, strict as it gets. Really, the longer you train, the more efficient you become. So 5 sets of 3, maintained again. Every week, those 5 sets of 3 get harder to maintain. I don't know how long. I like to switch up my shoulder presses. So I don't know if I'll necessarily do strict military press as my main movement. I might start with dumbbells 1 week. I'll see, but I've had this in the entire cut and it's been an absolute beauty. I'll probably keep it, to be honest. I love it that much. The most go-to shoulder press of all time. Maybe not according to TNF. All right, burnout set. 6th set of strict military press. We're doing 65 kilos, hopefully get a nice 12-piece. Nice little burnout set after the heavy stuff. Let's go. Woo! Who let the dogs out? Woo! Woo! Who let the dogs out? Woo! Woo! Let's go, come on. Always check the plates. Put that there. Ah! One more. Everything you got every set. Everything you got every set. Leave absolutely nothing to squander. Leave absolutely nothing to squander. Like Georgie Best. I spent all my money on drugs, alcohol, women, gambling, and then I squandered the rest. The headband is back on, the headband's back on. I don't like having the mic on my shirt. Sometimes I don't put the headband on just because it can be quite tight around the forehead, but it's just so awkward having it on the shirt, having it on my jumper. So the headband is back on to make sure that mic is perfectly fixed. All right, let's get the 42.5 kilo dumbbells. We're doing seated dumbbell shoulder press now. We've done the heavy stuff, a little bit fatigued, but now we're doing 2 sets of seated dumbbell shoulder press. Same stuff as I did last week. Great movement. I like to really overload the pressing. Guys, if you want big shoulders, side laterals aren't going to get you there. You need to do heavy pressing. You have to. So important. But with a lot of your incline movements, you do hit a lot of front delt. So if you do incline bench and incline dumbbells, you are hitting a lot of front delt, and that's going to help grow your shoulders too. But like a heavy strict military press, a heavy seated dumbbell shoulder press, that's always going to be a side lateral. But for me, and when you work any kind of press, it works the entire part of the shoulder. It doesn't just, you can't just isolate the front delt. The side delts are working and the rear delts are working at the same time you're doing the press. Obviously, the front delt's the dominant part that's working, but everything's working. But in terms of side laterals, they're obviously very important as well, especially for a guy like me who needs to work on side delts. They're also very important, but the main foundation of mass comes from the presses. All right, let's go. 40 keys. 42 and a half keys. Because these dumbbells don't account for the weight of the handle. 42 and a half keys, let's go. Every set 2 failure. I'm what you call a proper old school Alabama boy. All right, standing dumbbell shoulder press, the final pressing movement I'm doing. Crazy pressing volume. I like to go crazy on presses. It's just how I do it. A lot of people disagree with how high volume I go. It's the way I train. I've always been a high volume guy, pushing myself. And I said this before in a previous video, a lot of the time it's mentality, knowing I've done more than another guy. Not even when I necessarily need to do more, but it's just knowing I've outworked you, knowing I've done more. A lot of people talk bad about high volume because they can't do high volume, because it's that painful. They have to endure that much suffering, they can't go through it. So they find us an excuse to say why it's bad and it doesn't work. All right, let's go. This is the hardest pressing variation there is for me, because barbell strict military presses I thought was the hardest, but trying this is actually the hardest, because at least with the barbell you're locked in. Each arm is all over the place. The stability required with it, something like this is tough. Let's go. Let's push. Heavy top set, difficult. If you don't start pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, you're never going to get in the best shape. You have to do movements that are difficult. A lot of people say, oh, well, I'm not comfortable with that movement. Of course you're not comfortable. It's not meant to be comfortable. Next up, we're going on to side delts. We're doing a movement, an old school movement, a classic, a typical unilateral cable side lateral with a D handle. I haven't done a unilateral cable side lateral with a D handle in a long time. I used to do them a lot in my early days of training, but then I transitioned to cuff cable side laterals because I just find them better, they're superior. But I will always go back to, and I'll never stop doing unilateral D handle cable side laterals, because they're still a great movement. They're still a really, really good movement that you can get an awful lot out of if you train with high intensity. So I'm going to put them back in for the first time in a long time. I'm going to put these unilateral cable side lateral with the D handle back in. Guys, always make sure when you do this movement, the cable stack is wrist height. Don't go too low down. It's a mistake I made. Make sure the pulley is wrist height, and that way you'll get the best contraction. Sets of 20 here. Ooh, 23 reps. And the annoying thing about unilateral cable side laterals is you got to do it again. You do 23 reps, and then you got to do it the other side as well. Side laterals, always high rep, always feel that burn. All right, my go-to cuff cable side lateral is my staple. My staple side delt movement that stays in no matter what, cuff cable side laterals. Let's go. Gonna do a cheeky drop set here. Even though I'm sleep deprived, still showing up, still putting the work in. There's no excuse. There's no excuse not to be in here and give everything you have. Right, drop set. Straight in. All right, rear delt time. Sticking with dumbbell rear delt flies. Been doing these for the last few weeks, really like them. Quality movement. Let's attack them. 4 sets here. Set 3. Oh. You've got to be connected with the art form. You've got to be one with the art form. Lifting is an art form and you must be connected with it. Mentally, you must be one. All right, let's finish off with my go-to ab superset. Same superset I always do. Let's go. Second set, 3 sets here. Brutal here. Only 18 reps, not 20. Hit failure for the first time. Oh man. To actually hit failure on abs, you gotta be nuts in the head. Full stack. Oh, right, straight into plate twists. Brutal. Another bead down. Oh, I hit failure. I literally had no more. First time this cut that's happened. The abs are just so full of blood, full stack. Obviously, the leaner you get, the less weight I have on me, the harder it is to execute those. Just like any other exercise, it becomes harder. When I'm heavy, 240 pounds, you can get a lot of your body weight to help you get the weight down. Now it's just purely in the abs, it's really hard. But quality session, boys. One more set on abs after this setup that I'm not going to film. But bloody hell, what a tough session. You've got to be nuts in the head to do this every day. You have to. There's got to be something dark within you. Another day in the sewers, gentlemen. Another day in the sewers. It's that simple, just getting better. Crawling through dirt, day after day. And if you keep crawling through dirt, eventually you're going to find diamonds. All right, lads. Nico Jarzi, the founder of the Mendes Cartel, the Natty King, the last true Natty Crusader, the one true heir to O'Hearn's Natty throne, and the president of the Natty Republic, El Presidente himself. Don't have much to say. Just keep showing up, and good things happen. Subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, join the Mendes Cartel, link in the description. If you're interested in one-to-one coaching, go to my Instagram and DM me the word cartel. And as always, chaps, long live King Charles III, and God bless Sir Winston Churchill.